Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the wild world of savannas. You know, those vast grasslands that cover a whopping 20% of our planet. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. So, what's the deal with savannas? Well, imagine a place where grass stretches as far as the eye can see, dotted with a few trees here and there. That's your typical savanna. It's not quite a forest, but it's not a desert either. It's this perfect in-between that's home to some of the coolest animals you've ever seen. Now, let's talk about the stars of the show. The animals. Savannas are like nature's own wildlife park. You've got your big cats like lions and cheetahs, massive elephants, towering giraffes, and so many more. Each of these creatures has found a way to thrive in this unique environment. But here's the thing. Life on the savannah isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's tough out there. These animals face dangers and challenges every single day, from scorching heat to long dry seasons. And let's not forget about predators lurking around every corner. It's like a real-life game of survival. So how do they do it? How do these animals manage to survive and even thrive in such a challenging place? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Each species has developed its own set of tricks and adaptations to make it work. Take the giraffe, for example. With that long neck, it can reach leaves that other animals can't even dream of touching. It's like having your own personal buffet way up high. And those spots, they're not just for show. They help camouflage giraffes among the dappled shadows of trees. Then there's the lion, the king of the savannah. These big cats have perfected the art of teamwork. They hunt in prides, taking down prey much larger than themselves. It's all about strength in numbers for these guys. And let's not forget about the smaller residents of the savannah. Meerkats, those adorable little guys, have their own survival strategy. They work as a team, with some standing guard while others forage for food. It's like they've got their own little neighborhood watch program going on. But it's not just about avoiding becoming someone else's dinner. The savannah can be a harsh place when it comes to weather. During the dry season, water becomes scarce, and the heat can be brutal. Animals have had to get creative to deal with these conditions. Elephants, for instance, use their trunks like built-in water hoses. They can suck up gallons of water and spray it all over themselves to cool down. Pretty neat, right? And when water is hard to find, they can use those same trunks to dig for underground water sources. Talk about a multi-purpose tool. Now let's chat about some of the smaller but no less important inhabitants of the savannah. Take termites, for example. These tiny insects build massive mounds that can reach up to 30 feet high. These mounds aren't just homes, they're like natural air conditioners, keeping the inside cool even when it's scorching outside. And get this, other animals often use these mounds as lookout points or even shelter. Speaking of shelter, have you ever wondered how animals stay safe at night in such an open landscape? Well, many have come up with some clever solutions. Leopards, for instance, drag their prey up into trees to keep it safe from other predators. It's like having a private dining room with a view. And then there's the ostrich. These birds can't fly, but boy can they run. When danger approaches, they can sprint at speeds of up to 43 miles per hour. That's faster than you're allowed to drive in most neighborhoods. But it's not all about running away. Some animals have developed impressive defensive mechanisms. Take the porcupine, for example. Those quills aren't just for show. They're a powerful deterrent against predators. One prick, and most attackers think twice about coming back for seconds. Now, let's talk about one of the most iconic sights on the savannah, the Great Migration. Every year, millions of wildebeest, zebras, and other animals make an epic journey across the Serengeti in search of fresh grazing lands. It's like nature's own road trip, but with a lot more danger and excitement. This migration is a perfect example of how animals have adapted to the changing seasons on the savannah. Instead of trying to tough it out in one spot, they move with the rains, always seeking out the best grazing grounds. It's a risky journey, with predators following the herds and treacherous river crossings to navigate. But it's a strategy that's worked for thousands of years. But it's not just the big, dramatic events that make the savannah special. It's also the little things, like how different species work together. Take the oxpecker bird and the rhino, for instance. The bird gets a free meal by eating parasites off the rhino's back, and the rhino gets a free grooming service. It's like nature's own spa day. And let's not forget about the plants. They might not run around or roar, but they've got their own survival tricks. Many savanna plants have deep root systems to reach water far below the surface. Others have thick, waxy leaves to prevent water loss in the hot, dry climate. Some even have thorns or toxic substances to discourage animals from eating them. It's like they've got their own little defense system going on. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about all this? Well, savannas aren't just fascinating ecosystems, they're also incredibly important for our planet. They act as carbon sinks, helping to regulate our climate. They're home to many endangered species, and they support millions of people who live in and around these areas. But here's the thing, savannas are under threat. Climate change, habitat loss, and human activities are all putting pressure on these incredible ecosystems. That's why it's so important for us to understand and appreciate them. Because the more we know, the better equipped we are to protect these amazing places. So next time you see a nature documentary featuring lions chasing gazelles across the plains, or elephants gathered around a watering hole, remember there's so much more going on than meets the eye. The savannah is a place of constant drama, of life and death, of incredible adaptations and survival strategies. It's a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of nature, a place where every day is a new challenge, and every species has its own unique way of meeting that challenge head-on. From the tiniest insect to the mightiest predator, every creature on the savannah has a story to tell and a role to play in this complex and fascinating ecosystem. So here's to the savannah, one of Earth's most incredible landscapes, and a true wonder of the natural world. Let's make sure it sticks around for generations to come, shall we? Hey there, nature lovers. Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible spectacles on Earth, the Great Migrations. Buckle up, because this is going to be one wild ride. Picture this: millions of animals, all on the move at once. It's like rush hour traffic, but way more exciting and with a lot more fur. We're talking about blue wildebeest and zebras mostly. These guys aren't just taking a casual stroll. Nope, they're on a mission. A mission for food and water. Now, you might be thinking, why don't they just stay put? Well, life in the wild isn't that simple. These animals have to follow the rains to find fresh grass and water. It's like a massive, never-ending buffet crawl, but with way higher stakes. And speaking of high stakes, let's talk about the dangers these animals face. This journey isn't a walk in the park. It's more like a walk through a park filled with hungry predators waiting to pounce. Crocodiles lurk in the rivers, ready to snap up any unlucky animal that comes for a drink, and on land, lions are always on the prowl, looking for their next meal. But here's the cool part. These animals aren't just wandering around aimlessly. They've got some serious pack intelligence going on. It's like they've all got built-in GPS systems, guiding them to the best spots for food and water. And they stick together, because there's safety in numbers. You know what's really this migration is so epic, it's actually one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Yeah, you heard that right. It's up there with the Northern Lights and the Grand Canyon. Pretty impressive for a bunch of animals just looking for their next meal, right? Let's zoom in on the wildebeest for a second. These guys are the stars of the show. Imagine over 1 million of them, all moving together. It's like a living, breathing river of animals. The sound alone is incredible. All those hooves pounding the ground, creating a thunderous rhythm. And the zebras, they're not just along for the ride. They've got a special role to play. See, zebras and wildebeests make great travel buddies. The zebras are great at finding water, while the wildebeests are experts at sniffing out the best grass. It's like they formed their own little travel agency. But let's not forget the real MVPs of this journey, the calves. Yep, baby wildebeest are born right in the middle of all this chaos. Talk about being thrown in at the deep end. These little guys have to be up and running within minutes of being born. No time for baby steps here. It's run or be left behind. Now, you might be wondering, how do they know where to go? Well, it's all about following the rain. These animals have an uncanny ability to sense where the rain has fallen, even from hundreds of miles away. It's like they've got their own weather radar built in. But it's not just about following the rain. These migrations follow ancient routes, passed down through generations. It's like these animals have their own oral history, telling them where to go and when. Pretty impressive for creatures that can't even read a map, right? Let's talk about some of the obstacles they face. Rivers are a big one. Crossing them is like the animal kingdom's version of a high-stakes game show. The Mara River, for example, is infamous for its dangerous crossings. Crocodiles wait in the murky waters, ready to strike. And even if the animals make it past the crocs, the strong currents can sweep them away. But it's not just predators and rivers they have to worry about. Human activity is becoming a bigger threat. Roads, fences, and expanding towns are cutting across migration routes. It's like trying to navigate through a constantly changing maze. Conservation efforts are crucial to keep these ancient pathways open. Despite all these challenges, the animals keep moving. It's a testament to their resilience and the power of instinct. They don't have a choice, it's migrate or die. And somehow, against all odds, millions of them make it year after year. The sheer scale of these migrations is hard to wrap your head around. We're talking about over 2 million animals on the move in the Serengeti alone. That's more than the population of some countries. And they're covering distances of up to 1,000 miles. It's like running a marathon, but for months on end, and with predators chasing you. And it's not just land animals getting in on the action. Birds do it too. Arctic terns, for example, fly from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back every year. That's a round trip of about 44,000 miles. Makes the wildebeest journey look like a quick trip to the corner store, doesn't it? But let's get back to our four-legged friends. The timing of these migrations is crucial. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. Too early, and there might not be enough food. Too late, and they might miss the rains entirely. It's a delicate balance, and somehow, they get it right year after year. What's really cool is how the whole ecosystem depends on these migrations. The movement of all these animals spreads seeds, fertilizes the land, and provides food for predators. It's like nature's own circle of life, playing out on an epic scale. And here's a mind-bending thought. This has been going on for thousands of years. Long before humans were around to witness it, these animals were making these incredible journeys. It's a living link to the prehistoric past, happening right in front of our eyes. So, next time you're stuck in traffic, just remember, it could be worse. You could be a wildebeest dodging crocodiles and lions on a 1,000-mile journey. But then again, maybe that would be more exciting than your daily commute. The Great Migrations are more than just animals moving from point A to point B. They're a testament to the incredible adaptability of nature, the power of instinct, and the delicate balance of ecosystems. It's a reminder of how amazing our planet is and why we need to protect it. So there you have it, folks. The Great Migrations in all their glory. It's wild, it's dangerous, and it's absolutely spectacular. Nature's very own epic road trip, happening year after year. And the best part, it's not ending anytime soon. As long as there's grass to eat and water to drink, these animals will keep on trekking. Now that's what I call determination. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the world of one of Africa's most fascinating creatures, the hippo. Now, you might think these big guys are just lazy river dwellers, but boy, are you in for a surprise. Let's start with a little hippo 101. These chunky fellas aren't just big, they're massive. We're talking up to 3 tons of pure hippo power. That's like 3 cars rolled into one animal. Can you imagine? But here's where it gets really interesting. Hippos might look all chill and peaceful, floating around in the water, but don't let that fool you. These guys are actually some of the most ferocious animals out there. Yep, you heard that right. Now, you might be wondering, how can something that looks like a giant water balloon be ferocious? Well, let me tell you, hippos don't mess around. They've got teeth that would make a dentist faint and a temper that can flip faster than a light switch. But wait, there's more. These river giants are social butterflies. Well, social hippos, I guess. They love hanging out in herds. It's like they're having a constant pool party, except with more grunting and less inflatable toys. Speaking of water, hippos are like the Olympic swimmers of the animal kingdom. They can hold their breath for a whopping 20 minutes. That's longer than most of us can hold our breath while trying to find the TV remote in the couch cushions. Let's talk about their daily routine for a sec. Hippos are basically living their best life. They spend their days chilling in the water, keeping cool and avoiding sunburn. Yeah, even hippos need to watch out for that African sun. But when night falls, that's when the hippo party really starts. They come out of the water to graze on grass. It's like a massive hippo buffet out there, and let me tell you, they can eat. A hungry hippo can munch through about 80 pounds of grass in a single night. Talk about a midnight snack. Now, you might be thinking, okay, they're big, they're fierce, they can hold their breath, but are they fast? Oh boy, are they ever. On land, these chunky champions can run up to 19 miles per hour. That's faster than most of us on a good day at the gym. But here's the kicker, they're even faster in water. Hippos don't actually swim. Nope, they do this weird bouncy run along the river bottom. It's like they're on an underwater treadmill, but way cooler. Let's chat about baby hippos for a minute because, come on, who doesn't love baby animals? Baby hippos are born underwater. Yep, you heard that right. Mom hippo gives birth in the water, and the baby has to swim to the surface for its first breath. Talk about a dramatic entrance. These little water babies weigh about 100 pounds at birth. That's like having a baby the size of a large dog. And get this, they start walking and swimming almost immediately. No lazy days for these newborns. Now, let's get back to why hippos are considered so dangerous. It's not just their size or their teeth. It's their unpredictability. Hippos can go from calm to chaos in the blink of an eye. They're like the mood swings of the animal kingdom, but with more bite. And when I say bite, I mean it. A hippo's jaw can open up to 150 degrees. That's wide enough to fit a small car inside. Okay, maybe not a car, but you get the idea. It's big, and it's scary. But here's the thing. Hippos aren't out there looking for trouble. They're actually pretty chill most of the time. They just want to hang out in their rivers, eat some grass, and maybe take a nap or two. It's when they feel threatened that things can get dicey. So, what threatens a hippo? Well, not much, to be honest. They're pretty much at the top of their food chain. But they can get territorial, especially when it comes to their watering holes. And let's face it, if you weighed 3 tons, you'd probably want your personal space too. Here's a fun fact for you. Hippos are actually more closely related to whales than to other land animals. I know, mind blown. Right. It's like nature decided to make a whale, but then thought, nah, let's give it legs and stick it in a river. Now, let's talk about hippo communication. These guys are chatty. They make all sorts of noises. Grunts, groans, wheezes. It's like a whole hippo language. And when they really want to make a point, they can roar. A hippo's roar can be heard from up to a mile away, but it's not all vocal. Hippos have this weird habit of spreading their poop around with their tails. Gross, right? But for hippos, it's like leaving a calling card. It's their way of marking territory and sending messages to other hippos. Let's not forget about their impact on the environment. Hippos are like nature's landscapers. They create channels and rivers as they move around, which helps to distribute water and nutrients. It's like they're giving the river a makeover without even trying. But it's not all positive. In some areas, hippos can cause problems for local communities. They can damage crops and even flip boats if they feel threatened. It's like having a very large, very grumpy neighbor who sometimes decides to redecorate your garden ... with their feet. Despite all this, hippos are facing threats. Habitat loss and poaching are big problems for these river giants. It's a reminder that even the toughest animals need our help sometimes. So, there you have it, folks. Hippos, the heavyweight champions of the river, the kings of the underwater sprint, the masters of the megabyte. They're big, they're bold, and they're full of surprises. Next time you see a hippo floating peacefully in the water, remember, there's a lot more going on under the surface. These aren't just lazy river dwellers. They're complex, fascinating creatures that deserve our respect and protection. And hey, maybe next time you're feeling lazy, just tell everyone you're channeling your inner hippo. Just don't try to hold your breath for 20 minutes or eat 80 pounds of grass. Leave that to the professionals. Thanks for diving into the world of hippos with me. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep appreciating the amazing animals we share this planet with. See you on the next wild adventure. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the mysterious world of leopards. These big cats are some of the most fascinating creatures out there, and I can't wait to share some cool facts with you. Let's start with their reclusive nature. Leopards are like the introverts of the animal kingdom. They prefer to keep to themselves, avoiding the spotlight and sticking to the shadows. It's like they've mastered the art of social distancing before it was even a thing. Now, when it comes to being mysterious, leopards take the cake. They're so elusive that researchers often struggle to study them in the wild. It's like they're playing an endless game of hide and seek, and they're winning every time. But here's where things get really interesting. These spotted beauties are night owls. They come alive when the sun goes down, prowling through the darkness with incredible stealth. Their night vision is so good it puts our best technology to shame. It's like they've got built-in night vision goggles. Speaking of their spots, did you know that leopards use their fur for camouflage? It's not just a fashion statement. Those rosettes and spots help them blend in with their surroundings like magic. In the dappled light of forests or the rocky terrain of mountains, a leopard can practically disappear. Talk about the ultimate game of Where's Waldo. Now, let's chat about their hunting habits. Leopards are like the ninjas of the animal world. They're silent, they're swift, and they're incredibly strong. But here's the kicker. They don't just kill their prey and eat it on the spot. Oh no, these clever cats have a unique trick up their sleeves. Picture this. A leopard makes a kill, maybe an antelope or a deer. Instead of chowing down right away, they do something pretty incredible. They haul their prey up into a tree. I'm not kidding. These big cats can carry animals that way as much as they do, sometimes even more, and drag them up into the branches. Why go through all this trouble, you ask? Well, it's all about protecting their hard-earned meal. By stashing their prey in trees, leopards keep it safe from scavengers like hyenas or lions who might try to steal it. It's like having a secret treehouse fridge that only they can access. Pretty smart, right? This tree stashing behavior is so unique to leopards that it's become one of their most recognizable traits. Imagine walking through the African savannah and looking up to see an impala dangling from a tree branch. That's the work of a leopard. But let's take a moment to appreciate just how strong these cats must be to pull this off. They're not just dragging their prey a short distance, they're lifting it vertically, sometimes several meters up a tree trunk. It's like they're doing CrossFit in the wild. And it's not just about strength. The precision and balance required to maneuver through branches while carrying such heavy weight is mind-blowing. Leopards make it look easy, but trust me, it's a feat that would put most Olympic athletes to shame. Now, you might be wondering how often leopards actually do this. Well, it depends on their environment and the availability of suitable trees. In some areas, leopards might hoist nearly every kill into a tree. In others, where trees are scarce or competition from other predators is low, they might eat their prey on the ground more often. But here's another cool thing about leopards, they're adaptable. If trees aren't available, they might drag their kill up onto a rocky ledge or hide it in thick brush. The goal is always the same. Keep that hard-earned meal safe until they're ready to finish it. This behavior also tells us something about leopard intelligence. They're not just acting on instinct, they're problem-solving. They assess their environment, consider potential threats, and make decisions about how best to protect their food. It's like they're playing chess while the rest of us are playing checkers. Let's talk a bit more about their nocturnal lifestyle. Being active at night gives leopards a huge advantage. Many of their prey animals are diurnal, meaning they're active during the day. So when night falls and these animals are settling down to rest, that's when the leopard's hunt begins. Their night vision is truly remarkable. Leopards have a special reflective layer at the back of their eyes called the tapetum lucidum. This layer reflects light back through the retina, giving the leopard a second chance to absorb the light and see better in low light conditions. It's also what causes that eerie eye shine you might see if you spot a leopard at night. But it's not just about seeing in the dark. Leopards have incredibly sensitive hearing and a keen sense of smell. They can detect the slightest rustle of leaves or the faintest scent of prey from a long distance away. It's like they've got superpowers designed specifically for nighttime hunting. Now, let's circle back to that amazing camouflage we mentioned earlier. A leopard's spots aren't just random. They're perfectly designed to break up the outline of the cat's body. In the dappled light of their forest habitats or the rocky terrain of mountains, these spots create a disruptive pattern that makes the leopard almost invisible. It's not just the pattern that helps, but also the coloration. Leopards come in various shades, from pale gold to deep ochre depending on their habitat. This base color, combined with the spots, allows them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. It's nature's version of an invisibility cloak. This camouflage is crucial for their survival. It helps them sneak up on prey without being detected, and it also protects them from potential threats. Even though leopards are apex predators in many ecosystems, they still need to be cautious of larger predators like lions or tigers in areas where their territories overlap. So, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the fascinating world of leopards. These reclusive, mysterious cats are true masters of the night, with incredible adaptations that make them some of the most successful predators on the planet. From their stealthy hunting techniques to their unique habit of stashing prey in trees, leopards never cease to amaze. They're living proof that nature is full of surprises, and there's always more to learn about the incredible creatures we share this planet with. Next time you're out in nature, keep your eyes peeled. You probably won't see a leopard. They're too good at hiding for that. But knowing they're out there, silently prowling through the night, adds a whole new layer of wonder to the natural world. Thanks for joining me on this wild adventure into the world of leopards. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the amazing diversity of life on our planet. Hey there, animal lovers. Today we're diving into the world of zebras. These amazing creatures are more than just black and white stripes on four legs. They're social, smart, and have some pretty cool survival tricks up their sleeves. Let's start with how zebras live. These guys are all about the herd life. They stick together in groups, sometimes as small as a family unit, other times in huge herds of hundreds. It's like they're always ready for a big party. But here's where it gets really interesting. Zebras often team up with antelopes when they're on the move. It's like they've formed their own little travel buddy system. Can you imagine the sight? A sea of stripes mixed with the elegant antelopes, all moving across the African savannah together. It's nature's version of a road trip, but way cooler. Now, you might be wondering, why do they hang out with antelopes? Well, it's all about safety in numbers. Both zebras and antelopes are prey animals, which means they're always on the lookout for predators. By sticking together, they've got more eyes watching for danger. It's like having a whole bunch of friends looking out for you. Think about it this way. If you're a lion trying to sneak up on a zebra, it's going to be a lot harder when there are dozens of antelopes around too, all ready to sound the alarm. It's like trying to sneak into a party where everyone knows each other. Not easy, but zebras have another trick up their sleeves. When it comes to avoiding predators, it's their stripes. Now, you might think those bold black and white patterns would make them stand out like a sore thumb, but here's the cool part. When zebras are in a group, their stripes actually make it hard for predators to pick out individual animals. It's like a real-life optical illusion. When a bunch of zebras are standing together, all those stripes blend into each other. A lion looking at the herd might see a big stripy blob instead of individual zebras. It's confusing for the predator, which gives the zebras a better chance of escaping. But the stripes aren't just for confusing predators. They also help zebras recognize each other. Each zebra's stripe pattern is unique, kind of like a fingerprint. So when a zebra sees another zebra, it can tell if it's part of its family or herd, just by looking at the stripes. Pretty neat, right? Imagine if we all had unique patterns that helped us recognize our friends and family from a distance. No more awkward moments of waving at someone you thought you knew. Now, let's talk about zebra migration. When these stripy pals decide to move, they don't mess around. They can travel hundreds of miles in search of food and water. It's like they're on a never-ending road trip, always looking for the best grazing spots. And remember, they're often doing this with their antelope buddies. Picture a massive group of animals, all different shapes and sizes, moving across the landscape together. It's one of nature's most impressive sights. But migration isn't just a leisurely stroll, it's a dangerous journey. Zebras have to cross rivers, avoid predators, and find enough food and water along the way. It's like an extreme survival challenge, and they do it year after year. Let's take a moment to appreciate how tough zebras are. They're not just pretty stripes, they're survivors. They can run fast, kick hard, and they never back down from protecting their herd. A zebra will fight tooth and hoof to keep its family safe. Speaking of family, zebra herds are usually made up of one stallion that's a male zebra, and several mares female zebras. With their young, it's like a big stripy family unit. The stallion's job is to protect the herd and father the next generation of zebras. Baby zebras, called foals, are born ready to run. Within an hour of being born, they're up on their feet and ready to move with the herd. Talk about hitting the ground running. Can you imagine if human babies could do that? Parenting would be a whole different ballgame. Now, you might be wondering about those stripes again. Why black and white? Why not brown like a horse? or spotted like a leopard? Well, scientists have been scratching their heads about this for years. One theory is that the stripes help with temperature regulation. The black stripes might absorb heat while the white stripes reflect it, creating tiny air currents that cool the zebra down. It's like having a built-in air conditioning system. Another idea is that the stripes confuse biting insects. Flies and mosquitoes have a hard time landing on zebras because the stripes mess with their vision. It's like trying to land a plane on a moving runway, not easy. Whatever the reason, those stripes make zebras one of the most recognizable and beloved animals in the world. They're like the supermodels of the animal kingdom, stylish, photogenic, and always ready for their close-up. But let's not forget that zebras are wild animals. They're not just there for us to admire. They play a crucial role in their ecosystems. By grazing on grass, they help maintain the savanna landscape. And as prey animals, they're an important food source for predators like lions and hyenas. So next time you see a picture of a zebra, or if you're lucky enough to see one in real life, take a moment to appreciate these amazing animals. They're not just black and white stripes, they're social, smart, tough survivors who figured out how to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. From their clever use of stripes to their buddy system with antelopes, zebras show us that sometimes the best way to survive is to stick together and be yourself. Even if that means being boldly striped in a world full of solid colors. So here's to zebras, nature's own works of art, proving that life isn't always black and white, but it's always an adventure. Keep being awesome, you stripy wonders. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the world of black rhinos. These incredible creatures are like gentle giants of the African savannah. But don't let their calm demeanor fool you. They can pack quite a punch when they need to. Black rhinos are herbivores, which means they munch on plants all day long. They're not picky eaters, happily chomping away on leaves, twigs, and even thorny bushes. It's pretty amazing to watch them use their pointed lips to pluck their favorite snacks from the trees. But here's the thing. These peaceful plant eaters have a bit of a temper. If you catch them off guard or get too close, they might just charge at you. It's not because they're mean though, they're just trying to protect themselves and their families. Can you blame them? Now I've got some not so great news to share. Black rhinos are in big trouble. They're critically endangered, which means there aren't many of them left in the wild. It's heartbreaking, really. These magnificent animals have been around for millions of years, but now they're facing a serious threat. So, what's putting black rhinos in danger? Well, it's us humans. Sadly, people have been hunting these poor creatures for their horns. It's hard to believe, but some folks think rhino horns have magical healing powers. Spoiler alert, they don't. Rhino horns are made of keratin, the same stuff as our fingernails. But this myth has led to a lot of illegal poaching. Hunters sneak into protected areas and kill rhinos just for their horns. It's a terrible situation, and it's pushing black rhinos to the brink of extinction. Conservation groups are working super hard to protect these amazing animals. They're setting up wildlife reserves, hiring rangers to keep an eye out for poachers, and even using high-tech gadgets like drones to monitor rhino populations. There's some good news though. Thanks to all these efforts, black rhino numbers have started to climb a bit in recent years. It's a slow process, but it gives us hope that we can turn things around for these incredible creatures. You might be wondering, what can I do to help? Well, spreading awareness is a great start. Share what you've learned about black rhinos with your friends and family. The more people know about their situation, the more likely we are to make a difference. If you're feeling extra passionate, you could even look into donating to rhino conservation organizations. Every little bit helps in the fight to save these awesome animals. Now, let's talk about what makes black rhinos so cool. Did you know they're not actually black? They're more of a gray color, but they got their name to distinguish them from white rhinos. And get this, white rhinos aren't white either. Nature's got a sense of humor, huh? Black rhinos have two horns, with the front one being larger than the back one. These horns are like their superpower. They use them for defense, digging for water, and even breaking branches to reach tasty leaves. These guys are pretty solitary creatures. They like their alone time, only really hanging out with others during mating season. But rhino moms are super devoted to their calves, sticking close by for up to 4 years. Talk about a long childhood. One of the coolest things about black rhinos is their ears. They can rotate them independently to pick up sounds from all directions. It's like having built-in surround sound. This helps them stay alert for any potential dangers lurking in the bush. Despite their size, they can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. Black rhinos can be surprisingly nimble. They can run up to 34 miles per hour and change direction quickly. It's pretty impressive for an animal that looks like a tank on legs. Black rhinos play a crucial role in their ecosystem. As they munch their way through the savannah, they help shape the landscape. Their grazing habits can actually promote plant diversity, which is good news for other animals in the area. It's crazy to think that these amazing creatures have been around for millions of years, surviving all sorts of changes to their environment. But now in just a few decades, human activity has pushed them to the edge of extinction. It really makes you think about our impact on the world, doesn't it? But let's end on a positive note. There are so many dedicated people out there working tirelessly to protect black rhinos. from scientists studying their behavior to rangers risking their lives to guard them. There's a whole team of rhino superheroes fighting for their survival. And you know what? We can all be part of that team. By learning about black rhinos, sharing their story, and supporting conservation efforts, we're joining the fight to save these incredible animals. So, the next time you see a picture of a black rhino, take a moment to appreciate how awesome they are. These gentle giants with a bit of an attitude have been roaming the earth for ages, and with our help, they'll keep on doing so for generations to come. Remember, every species on this planet plays a part in the big picture of life. By protecting black rhinos, we're not just saving one animal, we're helping to maintain the delicate balance of nature, and that's something worth fighting for, don't you think? So, let's spread the word, show some love for black rhinos, and do our part to ensure these amazing creatures stick around. After all, a world without rhinos would be a lot less exciting, wouldn't it? Let's make sure that never happens. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're talking about one of the most incredible animals on the planet, giraffes. These gentle giants are seriously cool, and I can't wait to share some awesome facts with you. So, picture this. You're out on the African savannah, and suddenly you spot something tall in the distance. As you get closer, you realize it's a giraffe. These amazing creatures are the tallest land mammals on Earth. I mean, they're basically like walking skyscrapers with spots. Now, let's talk about their most famous feature, that long, elegant neck. It's not just for show, folks. Giraffes use their necks to reach leaves and branches that other animals can't get to. It's like having a built-in ladder. And get this, their necks can be up to 8 feet long. That's taller than most of us. But wait, there's more. Giraffes don't just have long necks. They've got super long tongues too. We're talking up to 21 inches long. That's almost 2 feet of tongue. Can you imagine? It's perfect for wrapping around branches and pulling off those tasty leaves. And here's a fun fact. Their tongues are usually dark blue or purple. Why? To protect them from sunburn. Yep, even giraffe tongues need sunscreen. Now, you might be wondering how they manage to eat with such a long neck. Well, giraffes have a pretty clever system. They use their long tongues to grab leaves and pull them into their mouths. Then, they use their tough lips to strip the leaves off the branches. It's like they have their own little salad bar up there in the treetops. But eating isn't the only thing those long necks are good for. Giraffes also use them to keep an eye out for danger. Speaking of eyes, have you ever seen a giraffe's eyes up close? They're huge, and they bulge out of their heads a bit, which might look a little funny, but it's actually super useful. These big, bulging eyes give giraffes an incredible panoramic view of their surroundings. They can see danger coming from almost any direction. It's like having eyes in the back of your head, but even better. This wide-angle vision helps them spot predators like lions or hyenas from far away. And it's not just their eyes that help keep them safe. Giraffes also have excellent hearing and a great sense of smell. They're like the ultimate lookouts of the savannah. When one giraffe spots danger, it can alert the whole herd. Talk about teamwork. Now, you might be thinking, okay, they can see predators coming, but how do they defend themselves? Well, giraffes aren't exactly helpless. They've got some pretty impressive kicks. A giraffe can kick in any direction and can even kill a lion with a single well-placed kick. So, predators think twice before messing with these tall guys. But giraffes aren't all about defense. They're actually pretty peaceful animals most of the time. They spend a lot of their day just munching on leaves and hanging out with their herd. And when they do fight, it's usually with each other, not other animals. Male giraffes sometimes have these epic battles called necking contests. They swing their long necks at each other like giant, living golf clubs. It looks pretty intense, but it's usually just to establish dominance or impress the ladies. Giraffe romance, am I right? Speaking of giraffe ladies, did you know that female giraffes are amazing moms? They carry their babies for 15 months before giving birth. And when the baby is born, it's already 6 feet tall. Talk about a big baby. The little ones can stand up and walk within an hour of being born. They grow up fast in the wild. Now, let's talk about those beautiful spots. Every giraffe has a unique pattern of spots, kind of like our fingerprints. These spots aren't just for looks. They help camouflage giraffes in the dappled sunlight of the savannah. It's like nature's own camouflage suit. And here's something cool. The color of a giraffe's spots can tell you a bit about where they're from. Giraffes from different regions of Africa have slightly different spot patterns. Some have darker spots, some have more jagged edges. It's like they're representing their hometown. But sadly, these amazing animals are facing some tough times. Giraffe populations have been declining in recent years due to habitat loss and hunting. It's a real shame because giraffes play a crucial role in their ecosystems. They help spread seeds as they eat and move around, which helps new plants grow. The good news is that there are lots of people working hard to protect giraffes. Conservation groups are setting up protected areas and working with local communities to help these gentle giants thrive. And we can all do our part by learning about giraffes and spreading the word about how awesome they are. So, next time you see a giraffe at the zoo or in a nature documentary, take a moment to appreciate just how incredible these animals are. From their long necks and tongues to their big, beautiful eyes, giraffes are truly one of nature's wonders. And hey, if you ever feel like you're sticking your neck out for something, just remember the giraffe. They've been rocking those long necks for millions of years, and they're doing just fine. So stand tall, keep your head up, and maybe try to touch your nose with your tongue. You never know, you might have some giraffe in you. That's all for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed learning about these amazing animals as much as I've enjoyed sharing. Until next time, keep looking up. You might just spot a giraffe. Hey there, animal lovers. Today we're diving into the world of African elephants. These incredible creatures are some of the smartest animals on the planet, and they've got the big brains to prove it. Let's start with their most iconic feature. That amazing trunk. It's not just for show, folks. These elephants use their trunks for practically everything. Need a snack? The trunk's got you covered. Feeling thirsty? No problem. Just dip that trunk in some water and slurp it up. And when the African sun gets too hot, you guessed it, the trunk becomes a built-in air conditioner, spraying water to cool off. But here's something that'll blow your mind. Baby elephants. They're up and walking almost as soon as they're born. Can you imagine? One minute they're being born, the next they're taking their first steps. Talk about hitting the ground running. Now, let's chat about those big brains I mentioned earlier. African elephants are seriously smart cookies. They've got problem-solving skills that would put some humans to shame. They can use tools, recognize themselves in mirrors, and even show empathy towards other elephants. It's like they've got their own little elephant society going on. And speaking of society, did you know that elephants live in tight-knit family groups? These groups are led by the oldest and wisest female, called the matriarch. She's like the elephant version of a grandma, passing down knowledge to the younger generations. How cool is that? But life isn't always easy for these gentle giants. They face a lot of challenges in the wild. Habitat loss is a big one. As humans expand into their territory, elephants are finding it harder to roam freely and find food. And then there's the heartbreaking issue of poaching. Some people still hunt elephants for their tusks, which is just not cool. On a happier note, there are lots of amazing people out there working to protect African elephants. Conservation efforts are helping to create safe spaces for these animals to live and thrive. And education programs are teaching people about why elephants are so important to our planet's ecosystems. Let's circle back to that incredible trunk for a moment. Did you know it's made up of over 40,000 muscles? That's more muscles than we have in our entire body. No wonder they can do so much with it. They can pick up tiny objects or lift heavy logs. It's like having a superpowered arm attached to your face. And those tusks, they're not just for show either. Elephants use them for digging, foraging for food, and even for defense. Unfortunately, it's these same tusks that make them targets for poachers. But here's a fun fact. Some elephants are now being born without tusks. It's like nature's way of protecting them. Now, let's talk about elephant communication. You might think it's all about those trumpet-like calls we hear in nature documentaries, but there's so much more to it. Elephants can communicate through low-frequency rumbles that humans can't even hear. These rumbles can travel for miles, letting elephants stay in touch over long distances. It's like they've got their own secret elephant phone network. Water is super important to African elephants. They need to drink a lot, up to 50 gallons a day, and they love to play in it too. Ever seen an elephant taking a bath? It's pure joy. They splash around, roll in the mud, and spray water everywhere. It's like a day at the water park for them. Here's another cool thing about elephants. They never forget. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but their memory is pretty impressive. They can remember old friends and enemies, and they even seem to mourn their dead. It just goes to show how emotionally complex these animals are. Let's not forget about those big floppy ears. They're not just for hearing. African elephants use their ears to regulate their body temperature. When it's hot, they flap their ears to cool down. It's like having built-in fans on the sides of their heads. Now, you might be wondering how such big animals sleep. Well, they don't need much shut-eye. Adult elephants only sleep for about 2 hours a day, usually standing up. Can you imagine only needing 2 hours of sleep? I'd be a zombie. Elephants are also great swimmers. I know, it sounds crazy, but it's true. They use their trunk as a snorkel and can swim for long distances. Who needs a boat when you're an elephant? Let's talk about elephant babies for a minute. They're just the cutest things ever. A baby elephant is called a calf, and they stay with their moms for years. The whole herd helps look after the little ones. It's like one big elephant daycare center. Elephants play a crucial role in their ecosystems. They're known as ecosystem engineers because they shape their environment. They create water holes by digging in dry riverbeds, and they help spread seeds through their dung. Yep, elephant poop is actually super important for the environment. So there you have it, folks. African elephants are more than just big gray animals with trunks. They're intelligent, social, and absolutely fascinating creatures. From their problem-solving skills to their tight family bonds, from their amazing trunks to their crucial role in the ecosystem, elephants are truly one of nature's wonders. Next time you see an elephant, whether it's in a zoo, a nature documentary, or if you're lucky enough to see one in the wild, take a moment to appreciate just how incredible these animals are. And remember, we all have a part to play in protecting these gentle giants for future generations to enjoy. Thanks for joining me on this elephant adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep loving our amazing animal friends. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the wild world of spotted hyenas. You know, those laughing creatures you've probably seen in movies. Well, get ready to have your mind blown because these guys are way cooler than you might think. Let's start with a little myth busting, shall we? For the longest time, people thought hyenas were just scavengers, picking up leftovers from other animals' hunts. But guess what? That couldn't be further from the truth. These spotted powerhouses are actually incredible hunters. I'm talking about serious predators here. In fact, they hunt a whopping 95% of their own prey. Yeah, you heard that right. 95%. That's not just impressive, it's downright jaw-dropping. Speaking of jaws, let's chat about those for a sec. Hyenas have some of the most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom. We're talking bone-crushing strength here, folks. It's like they've got a built-in nutcracker, but for, well, not nuts. These guys can chomp through skin, muscle, and even bones like it's no big deal. And it's not just their jaws that are impressive. Their whole digestive system is like a super efficient recycling plant. Nothing goes to waste with these guys. They can digest pretty much every part of their prey. Skin, bones, the whole shebang. It's kind of gross, but also kind of awesome, right? Now, you might be wondering, how do they hunt if they're not as fast as some other predators? Well, that's where teamwork comes in. Spotted hyenas are social animals, and they often hunt in groups. It's like they've got their own little hunting squad. They work together to take down prey that might be too big or too fast for a single hyena. But don't think they're not tough on their own. A lone hyena can still be a force to be reckoned with. They're smart, they're strong, and they're not afraid to take on animals much bigger than themselves. I'm talking about wildebeest, zebras, and even young hippos. Yeah, you heard that right, hippos. Now, let's talk about that famous laugh. You know the one I mean, right? That high-pitched giggle that sounds kind of creepy. Well, it's not actually a laugh at all. It's more like a call they use to communicate with each other. They've got a whole range of vocalizations, from whoops to groans to that iconic laugh. It's like they've got their own secret language. And here's something else that might surprise you. In hyena society, it's the ladies who run the show. Female spotted hyenas are bigger and more aggressive than the males. They're the ones in charge of the clan, and they get first dibs on food. Girl power, am I right? But being top dog or top hyena, I guess, comes with its challenges. Female hyenas have a tough time giving birth because of their unique anatomy. It's actually pretty dangerous for them. But they're tough cookies, and they manage to keep their species going strong. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, they're good hunters, they've got strong jaws, but are they really that smart? Well, let me tell you, these spotted tricksters are no dummies. Studies have shown that hyenas are incredibly intelligent. They can solve puzzles, remember complex social relationships, and even count. In fact, some researchers think hyenas might be even smarter than chimpanzees in some ways. They've been observed using teamwork to solve problems that stumped our primate cousins. Pretty impressive for an animal that's often been portrayed as a dim-witted villain, right? But despite all these amazing qualities, hyenas still get a bad rap. Maybe it's their appearance, or that eerie laugh, or just years of bad PR from Disney movies. Whatever the reason, these incredible animals are often misunderstood and even persecuted. The truth is, hyenas play a super important role in their ecosystems. As both predators and scavengers, they help keep things balanced. They control prey populations and clean up carcasses that might otherwise spread disease. They're like the cleanup crew of the savannah, but with way more attitude. And get this, hyenas are actually more closely related to cats than to dogs. I know, mind blown, right? But if you look closely, you can see some cat-like features, especially in their faces. They're part of a family called Feliformia, which includes cats, mongooses, and civets. So next time someone calls them laughing dogs, you can hit them with that fun fact. Now, let's talk about those spots for a minute. Every spotted hyena has a unique pattern, kind of like a fingerprint. Scientists can use these patterns to identify individual hyenas in the wild. It's like nature's own ID system. Pretty cool, huh? But life isn't all laughs and successful hunts for these guys. Spotted hyenas face a lot of challenges in the wild. Habitat loss is a big one. As human populations expand, hyenas are losing the space they need to roam and hunt. And because they sometimes go after livestock, they often come into conflict with humans. Climate change is another big threat. It's affecting the availability of prey and water, which makes life tough for these hardy hunters. And let's not forget about poaching. Even though it's illegal, some people still hunt hyenas for their body parts, which are used in traditional medicine. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are people out there working hard to protect these amazing animals. Conservation efforts are helping to preserve hyena habitats and educate people about the important role these animals play in the ecosystem. So, next time you see a hyena in a nature documentary or at the zoo, remember, you're looking at one of nature's most successful and fascinating predators. They're not just scavengers or villains. They're intelligent, social animals with a complex society and some seriously impressive skills, from their bone-crushing jaws to their problem-solving brains, from their unique social structure to their important ecological role. Spotted hyenas are truly remarkable creatures. They've survived for millions of years, adapting and thriving in some of the toughest environments on Earth. And if that's not worthy of respect, I don't know what is. So here's to the spotted hyena, nature's underappreciated overachiever. They might not be the prettiest or the most loved, but they're definitely one of the most interesting animals out there. And who knows, maybe after learning all this cool stuff about them, you might just find yourself becoming a hyena fan. Stranger things have happened, right? Remember, every animal has its place in the great circle of life, even the ones that laugh in the face of danger, literally. So next time you hear that distinctive hyena call, don't be creeped out. Be amazed, because you're listening to one of nature's true survivors, a creature that's been holding its own in the wild for millions of years. And that, my friends, is no laughing matter. Or maybe it is, if you're a hyena. Either way, it's pretty darn cool. So until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your respect for nature strong, because there's always more to learn about the amazing animals we share this planet with. Catch you on the wild side. Hey there, fellow animal lovers. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of baboons. These incredible primates are more than just funny-faced monkeys. They're social butterflies with some seriously cool habits. Let's start with the basics. Baboons are all about that group life. They don't just hang out in small families. We're talking big, bustling troops that can have up to 150 members. Can you imagine trying to remember that many names at a family reunion? Yikes. But here's the thing. These large groups aren't just random. Baboons have a clear social structure, kind of like a high school cafeteria. There are the popular kids, the outcasts, and everyone in between. Each baboon knows their place in the troop, and they stick to it. Now, you might be wondering, what do all these baboons do all day? Well, a big part of their day is spent foraging for food, but don't picture them wandering off alone with a little picnic basket. Nope, baboons are all about that group dining experience. They head out together, keeping an eye out for tasty treats like fruits, leaves, and small animals. It's like a big, hairy buffet line. And just like how you might have a favorite buddy to hit the cafeteria with, baboons often have a special friend they like to hang out with during these food-finding missions. Speaking of friends, let's chat about baboon BFFs. Yeah, you heard that right. These primates form close bonds with other members of their troop. It's not just about who's the strongest or who has the best hair, although I'm sure that doesn't hurt. Baboons actually develop friendships based on mutual grooming, sharing food, and hanging out together. These friendships aren't just for fun, either. They play a crucial role in baboon society. Having a good friend can help a baboon climb the social ladder, find better food sources, and even get some backup in a fight. It's like having a wingman, but for life in the savannah. But don't think baboon life is all peace and love. Like any social group, there's plenty of drama to go around. Baboons can get into some pretty intense arguments, especially when it comes to food or mates. These disputes can range from loud vocalizations to full-on physical fights. It's like a reality TV show, but with more fur and less scripted drama. One of the coolest things about baboon social structure is how it changes over time. Young baboons start at the bottom of the totem pole, but as they grow and prove themselves, they can move up in rank. It's not just about brute strength, either. Clever baboons who form the right alliances and play their cards right can rise to the top. And let's not forget about the ladies. In many baboon species, it's the females who stick around in their birth groups for life, while males often leave to join new troops. This means the ladies often hold a lot of power in baboon society. Girl power, am I right? Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but what's the point of living in such big groups? Well, there are actually a ton of benefits. For one, it's safer. More eyes mean more chances to spot predators before they can sneak up on you. It's like having a whole army of lookouts. Plus, living in a group means there are more individuals to help find food. If one baboon stumbles upon a juicy fruit tree, they can let the whole gang know. It's like having a group chat, but instead of memes, it's all about where to find the best snacks. But perhaps the most important benefit of group living is the social support. Baboons help each other out, whether it's grooming to get rid of pesky parasites, babysitting each other's kids, or just providing a shoulder to cry on after a tough day. It's like having a whole community to lean on no matter what life throws at you. Of course, group living isn't always a walk in the park. With so many individuals in close quarters, diseases can spread quickly. And let's not even get started on the drama that can unfold when everyone's competing for food and mates. It's like a soap opera, but with more fur and less makeup. Despite these challenges, baboons have thrived with their social lifestyle for millions of years. They've adapted to a wide range of habitats, from savannas to forests to mountains, all while sticking together in their tight-knit communities. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed by your social circle, just remember, at least you don't have to keep track of 150 different individuals. Baboons have mastered the art of group living, and they've got a lot to teach us about the importance of community, friendship, and working together, whether they're foraging for food, grooming each other, or just hanging out. Baboons remind us that life is better when we stick together. So here's to the baboons, nature's ultimate social butterflies. Hey there, nature lovers. Today we're diving into the wild world of animal relationships. It's like a real-life soap opera out there, I tell you. Picture this: a massive buffalo, standing tall in the African savannah. But wait, what's that? Tiny birds are perched on its back having a feast. No, they're not eating the buffalo. These little guys are actually doing the big guy a favor. They're munching on pesky parasites that bug the buffalo. Talk about a win-win situation. This, my friends, is what we call a symbiotic relationship. It's like having a best friend who always has your back, or in this case, your parasites. The buffalo gets a free cleaning service and the birds get a tasty meal. It's nature's version of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But hold on, the animal kingdom isn't all about cooperation and friendship. Oh no, there's a whole other side to this story. Let's shift our focus to the fierce world of carnivores and scavengers. Imagine a pride of lions, the kings and queens of the savannah. They've just taken down a zebra after an intense chase. You'd think they'd get to enjoy their hard-earned meal in peace, right? Wrong. Enter the hyenas and vultures, nature's ultimate opportunists. These scavengers are like that one friend who always shows up when there's free food. They're not interested in pleasantries or small talk. Nope, they're here for one thing and one thing only: to get a piece of that zebra pie. Now, you might think the lions would just chase them off. I mean, they're lions, for crying out loud. But here's the thing: sometimes, believe it or not, the scavengers actually win. Hyenas, especially in large groups, can be pretty intimidating. They'll laugh in the face of danger, literally. Have you heard their calls? And snatch that prey right from under the lions' noses. And the vultures, they're playing the long game. They'll circle overhead, waiting for their moment. As soon as everyone else is distracted or full, they'll swoop in for the leftovers. It's like they're nature's cleanup crew, making sure nothing goes to waste. This fierce competition is a far cry from the peaceful partnership we saw with the buffalo and birds, isn't it? But that's the beauty of nature. It's full of contrasts and surprises. Now, you might be wondering, why can't they all just get along? Well, in the wild, it's all about survival. Every animal is just trying to get enough food to make it through another day. Sometimes that means working together, and sometimes it means fighting tooth and claw for your next meal. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. In one corner of the savannah, you've got animals helping each other out. In another, it's a free-for-all buffet with everyone trying to grab the biggest piece. Nature's got it all: comedy, drama, action, you name it. But here's the really cool part. All of these relationships, whether they're friendly or fierce, play a crucial role in keeping the ecosystem balanced. The birds keep the buffalo healthy, the lions keep herbivore populations in check, and the scavengers make sure nothing goes to waste. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance, with every animal playing its part. So next time you're out in nature, or even just watching a nature documentary from your couch, no judgment here. Take a moment to appreciate these incredible relationships. Look for the helpers, the competitors, the opportunists. They're all out there, each one playing a vital role in the grand tapestry of life. And who knows, maybe you'll start seeing some of these relationships in your own life. Maybe you're the buffalo, always there to support your friends. Or maybe you're more of a vulture, swooping in to finish off the last slice of pizza. Hey, we've all been there. The point is, nature's got a lot to teach us about cooperation and competition. Sometimes we need to work together, and sometimes we need to stand our ground. It's all about finding that balance, just like our animal friends in the wild. So there you have it, folks. From the peaceful partnership of buffalo and birds to the fierce face-offs between predators and scavengers, the animal kingdom is a non-stop show of symbiosis and competition. It's brutal, it's beautiful, and it's absolutely fascinating. Next time you're feeling down about the state of the world, just remember, somewhere out there, a tiny bird is picking bugs off a buffalo's back, and they're both pretty happy about it. If that's not a reason to smile, I don't know what is. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through nature's relationships. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and maybe, just maybe, think twice before shooing away that bird that lands on your shoulder. Who knows, it might just be trying to help you out. Stay curious, nature lovers.